lost and won. There will be ere the set of sun. Where's the place? Upon the heath. There to meet with Macbeth. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What do you mean is that? I see it by the plot of the revolt.
Hail, brave friend. Say to the king your knowledge of the broils thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent trimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, the multiplying abilities of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of Guerns and cowl glasses is supplied, and fortune, on his damn quarrel smiling, showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak, for brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune, with his brandished steel carved out a passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hand with him, nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chaps, and fixed his head upon her battlements.
O valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
As once the sun gins his affliction, shipwrecking storms and direful thunders break, and from that scene where comfort seems to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, Mark, no sooner justice had, with valor armed, compelled these skipping currents to trust their heels. But the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, with a furbished arm and a new supply of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismay not this, our captains Macbeth and Banquo?
As the sparrow eagle or the hare the lion, if I say sooth, I must report there is cannons overcharged with doubly cracked, and so they doubly redouble strokes upon the foe. Except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds, or memorize another Golgotha, I cannot tell. But I am faint. My gosh, cry for help.
Go get him surgeons.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From 5th grade, king, where Norwegian banners felt the sky. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismissal conflict. To Bellona's bridegroom, laughed and proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, pointing at a point rebellious, and to conclude the victory fell on us.
Great happiness! No more that the Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his formal title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost and what Macbeth hath won.
Never seen.
How far is it called to forest? What are these, so withered and wild in their attire? They look not like inhabitants of the earth, and yet they are on it.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
Oh, hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Blameless! Oh, hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of
start, and seem to fear things that sound so fair. My noble partner hath greeted you with present grace, a great prediction, of noble having and of royal hope, that it seems racked withal, to me you speak not. But if you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow, and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors, nor your hate.
Hail! 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 Lesser than Macbeth and greater!
Not so happy yet, much happier.
Thou shalt be kings, though thou be none, so all hail Macbeth and Banquo! Banquo and Macbeth will hail!
Say, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Senil's death I know I'm Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence. Speak! I charge you!
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, as it seemed as corporal melted in the breath of the wind.
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall become kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor too. Would it not so?
To the self-same tune and words. Who's here?
The king hath happily received Macbeth, the news of thy success.
We are sent to give thee thanks from our royal masters.
And for an earnest and great honor, he bade for me, thee Thane of Cawdor. In addition, hail most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you give me such borrowed robes?
Who is the Thane lives yet, but treason's capital confessed and proved have overthrown him?
Glamis? Thane of Cawdor too? Do you not hope that your children should become kings? For those who gave me the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
'Tis strange, and oftentimes to win to us our harm. The instruments of darkness tell us truths. Try to win us over with honest trifles that betrays in deepest consequence.
Cannot be ill, cannot be good if ill. Why hath given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to the suggestion, whose horrid image doth fix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? My thought, whose murder is yet but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man, that function is smothered in surmise, and what is not.
Look how our partner is wrapped.
If chance will king me, and chance will crown me, without my stir.
New horrors come upon him. Like these strange garments, cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
But come what may come, time and the hour runs to the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Please, do give me your favor, for my brain has wrought with things forgotten. Let us towards the king.
Very glad.
Is the execution done in Cawdor?
My liege, he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it.
O worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy on me. More as I do than more than all can pay.
Oh, the loyalty and service I owe, and doing it pays itself. Your Highness's part is to receive our duties, and our duties is towards your throne, state children, and servants, which should be done by everything towards your love and honor.
Noble Banquo, thou hast no less deserved, nor must be known, no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and use whose places are the nearest. No, we will establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, who we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. Nobleness like stars shall shine on all deserves.
Prince of Cumberland. That is a name at which I must fall down, or else overleap, which in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not the light see my dark and deep desires.
They met me in the day of my success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have in them more than mortal knowledge. When I burned to question further, they vanished. Then came missives from the king who all hailed me
Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me along with Hail, King that shalt be. This I have thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner, that thou mightst not be ignorant of what greatness is promised. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirit in thine ear, and chastise thee with the valor of my tongue, all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid thou seem to have crowned thee withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it is not thy master with him, who would so would have informed for preparation.
If it please you, it is true. Our Thane is coming. One of my fellows at the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, could make up scarcely more than make up his message.
Go, give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse that crows the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from crown to toe top full of darst and cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passages to remorse, that no consumptuous visitings of nature shake fell my purpose, nor keep peace between the affected. Come to my women's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers! Whatever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the darkness to cry, hold! Hold! Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all hail hereafter, thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I now feel the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan come here's tonight.
And one goes hence?
Tomorrow as he purposes.
Oh, never shall the sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look the child. Bear welcome in your eyes. Your hand, your tongue, look the innocent flower, but be the serpent of the earth. He that's coming with speed, provided for. And you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall for all our nights and days to come bear solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further then.
But only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat.
Heaven's breath smells wooingly here, I have observed. The air is delicate.
See, our honored hostess.
All our service in every point twice done and then done double. We're poor and single business to contend against which honors your majesty and those on our house.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor. But he rides well. His great love shall pass his spur open to his home before us. Fair noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
All your servants have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in common to make an audit at your highness's pleasure, till to return their own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to my host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him.
He's here in double trust. First I am his kinsman, then his subject, both strong against the deed, and then as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. But besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great nature, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep nation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the slightless courier of the air, whose horrid image A tear shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself, falls on the other. How now? What's news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further than this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have brought up golden opinions from all sorts of people. Would they have worn now their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon?
Was the hope drunk wherein you left yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it once did so freely? At such time do I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own acting valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting, I dare not, wait upon, I would, like the poor cat in the Adon.
Breathing peace! I dare that all may become a man who dares to more as none.
What, beast, was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipples from its boneless gums and dashed the brains out. Not so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail,
Then we fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, I, his two chamberlains, with wine and with sail, shall so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, and the receipt of reason, Olympic only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lies in a death, what can you and I not perform upon the unguarded Duncan?
bring forth men children only, for thine undaunting metal shall compose nothing but males. But will it not be received when we have marched with blood of those sleepy two, of his own chamber with their very daggers when we have done it?
Who shall dare receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamors roar upon his death?
Away, and mock time with fairest show. False face must hide, but the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down, and I've not heard the clock. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
Oh, what, sir? Not yet at rest? I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they had showed some truth.
Oh, I think not of them. But if we can treat an hour to serve, perhaps we can speak an hour upon that business, if you grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
Is this the dagger which I see before me? The handle towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible, to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a false creation, a dagger of my mind, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? Nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse. Curtain sleeps, pale, and with wither, pale Hecate's offerings, with wither murder. Alarmed by a sentinel, the wolf, alarm. Thus with a stealthy pace, with Tarking's ravaging strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. I go. It is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is Neil that summons you to heaven or to hell.
Alas, I'm afraid they
have awakened. It is not done. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I'd have done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didn't thou hear a noise?
I heard the owls scream and the crickets cry.
Who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There was one who did laugh and sleep. One cried murder! That they did wake each other. I stood and heard them. But they did give their prayers and adjust them again to sleep. One cried, God bless us, and amen the other. As they had seen me with these hangman hands, listening to their fears, I could not say amen when they said, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
Methought, but wherefore I could not say amen. I am in most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought of after these ways, for they will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more! MacBeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeves of care. The death of each day's life sore labor's bath. Balm of her minds! Great nature's second course, chief nourisher of life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still I cry, sleep no more to all the house! Glorious of murder sleep! And therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. MacBeth shall sleep no more.
My worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble mind to think so brain-sickly of things. Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I dare not! I dare not think of what I've done. Look on again. Oh no.
Infirm of purpose! The sleeping of the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears the painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must be seen their guilt.
Oh! Whence is that knocking? Why is it with me that every noise appalls me? What are these hands? Ah! They look at my own eyes! Will all great Neptune's oceans wash this blood clean from my hand?
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. Come, I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chambers. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Knock, knock, knock. It's here in the name of Beelzebub.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Hey, sir. Crowd until the second call.
Is there master stirring? Our knocking has awakened. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Oh, tomorrow both.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Oh, no, not yet.
You did command me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
Then I'll bring you to him then.
No, I'll make so bold a call, for 'tis my limited service.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and as some say, strange screams of death filled the air. Lamenting come with the livelong night, and the earth was fervous and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Tongue no heart cannot conceive nor name thee!
What's the matter?
Most sacrilegious murder!
What is it you say?
Do you mean His Majesty?
Approach the chamber and destroy your eyes with a new gawking. Bid me not speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parlay the speakers of this house? Speak, speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder us, it felt. O Banquo, Banquo! O royal master's murdered!
Alas, in our own home!
Dear Duff, I pray thee, contradict thyself, and say it is not true.
I had but died an hour for this chance. I had lived a blessed time from this instance. There is nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead.
What is amiss?
Your royal father's murdered.
By who?
Those of his chamber as it seemed had done it. Their faces and clothes were all bashed with blood. So were their daggers.
Oh, yet I do repent of my fury. That I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise amazed, tempered and furious, loyal and neutral a moment? No man. The expedition, my love. How ran the pauser, reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gash stabs looking like a breach in nature. For ruin's wasteful entrance, here the murderers steep in the color of their trade, and their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who can refrain that a heart to love, and in that heart made courage love known?
Oh, help me, Hansel!
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues to most may claim their argument for ours?
For more should be spoken here. Where fate hidden in auger hole may rush up and seize us. Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady, and when we have our naked frailties hid, that suffering exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
Then let us put on friendly readiness and meet in the hall together.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. Show an unfelt sorrow as an office a false man holds easy. Out to England.
To Ireland, aye. Our severed fortune shall keep us both the safer where we are. There are daggers in men's mouths. The near blood, the near bloody.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse, and let's not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself when there's no mercy left.
It's known who did this most bloody deed.
Those that MacBeth has slain. They were stubborn. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, were stolen away and fled, which puts on them suspicion of the deed.
Alaska country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, for good men's lives aspire for the flower in their caps.
Macduff has already gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin. All to Fife.
I will thither.
May you see things well done there. Adieu, lest our old robe sit easier than our new.
Thou hast it now, King, Cawdor, Glamis, all, as the weird women promised, and I fear thou played most folly for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that I should be the root and father of many kings, if there come truth from them. But hush, no more.
Ah, here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, 'twas as a gap in our great feast.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I will request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to which my duties are forever knit with most indissoluble tie.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt us and supper.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and Ireland, not confessing the cruel parricide, filling the here with strange invention. But of that tomorrow. Goes fleeance with you.
Aye, my good lord.
Then I wish your horses swift and sure-foot. Farewell. Sir, attend to those men our pleasure?
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Ah, bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. He chid the sisters when they placed the name of king upon me, and bid them speak to him, then prophet like they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip. Thence be wrenched from the unlineal hand. No sons of mine succeeding, If so, for Banquo's issues have I filled my mind. To make them kings, the sons of Banquo's kings. Rather than so, come faith into the list and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Ah. Now go to the door and wait till they call upon. So, have you considered my speeches? All you know that Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So he is mine! And though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight and bend my will avouch it, yet I must not, for certain friends are both his and mine, whose love I must not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down, and thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
Who shall, my lord, perform what you command us?
Upon this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you, the perfect spy of the time, the moment on't, for it must be done tonight. Fleeing's his son, who keeps him company. His absence will be no less material to me than of his father's. Must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart, and I'll come to you anon. It is concluded, Banquo, thy soul's flight. If it find heaven, must find it out tonight. Who's there?
How now, my lord? Why do you and sorriest fancies keep alone, when your companions are thinking on such thoughts that should have died with them they speak on? What's done is done.
We have scarced the snake, not killed it. But let the frame of things disjoint, both the worlds suffer, ere that we eat our meals, and fear and sleep. And the infliction of these terrible dreams shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, to whom we gain our peace have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan lies in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Not steel, nor poison, malice domestics, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Gentle, my lord, sleek o'er your rugged looks. You must be bright and jovial amongst your guests tonight.
And so shall I, love. And so, I pray, be you, and make our hearts visors, and disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dearest wife. You know that Banquo and his son lives.
But in them nature's copy not etern.
There's comfort yet. They are accessible, thence to be judged, ere the bat hath flown, his cloistered flight, ere the black Hagate summons. There the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung the night's yawning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. You marvel at my words, but hold thee still. Bad things begun make strong themselves by ill. So I pray thee, go with me.
Hark, I hear horses.
Give us a light there. Oh!
Then 'tis he, the rest are already in the court.
His horses go about.
Alight, alight!
'Tis he. Stand to it.
It will be raining tonight.
Let it come down!
Ah! Oh, treachery! Fly, good fleance! Fly, fly, fly! Thou mayest revenge, O slave!
Who did strike out the light? Was not the way? There's but one down, the sun is fled.
We have lost best half of our fare.
Well, let's away and say how much is done.
Tonight, we hold a supper, be large in mirth. Tonight we drink with measure, the table round.
Hear, hear!
There's blood on thy face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
Is he dispatched?
Aye, my lord. His throat is cut. That I did for him.
Ah, thou art the best of cutthroats, and it's good that he did the same for fleance.
Sir, Flaunt's escaped.
But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my lord. Safe in a ditch he bides.
Get thee gone. We'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. May it please your highness sit?
But the table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Right here. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
Done what?
How can I say I did it? Never shake thy coy locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends, pray you. Keep seat. The fit is only momentary. Upon a moment he will be well again. If you much note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not.
Are you a man?
I am a bold one, that dare look on that which may appall the devil.
Why do you make such faces? You look but on a stool.
Prithee, see here, look. If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie for shame!
Time has been that when the brains are out, the man would die. There in the end, but now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their crowns that push us from our stools.
Thy worthy friends do lack you.
Oh, I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have an estranged infirmity, which is nothing. For those who know me, come. Love and health to all. I sit down. Give me some wine fulfill. And when I'll drink to the general joy of the whole table.
Our duties in the pledge.
Avaunt! And quit my sight! Hence, horrible shadow. Unreal mockery hence.
Think of this, good friends, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other than that it spoils the pleasure of a good time.
You make me strange, even in the disposition that I owe. Now that I think you can behold such sights, you keep the natural ruby in your cheeks, while mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not, he grows worse and worse. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once. Good night, and may better help attend his majesty.
I am in blood, stepped in so far that, should I wait no more, returning as ever go?
You lack the nature of all seasons. Sleep.
Yeah, come, we'll too sleep. My strange and stuff abused is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
As you are, saucy and overbold, how did you dare to train traffic with MacBeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part. But make amends now, get you gone, and at the pit of Archeron meet me in the morning. Thither he come to know his destiny.
I hear MacDuff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds due his birth, lives in the English court. Thither Macduff is gone to pray the Holy King, upon his aid to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward, that by the help of these we may ratify the work, so that we again may bring meat to our tables, sleep to our nights, free to our feasts and our banquets bloody knives. All which we pine for now, that which the report hath so exasperated the king that he seems to prepare for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did, and with an absolute sir, not I, the cloudy messenger turns me his back.
And that wilt might advise him to a caution, to keep what distance his wisdom can provide.
Thrice the prime to cat hath meal, thrice and once the hedge paid wine. Hearty your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron goes, in the poison and trails throw, toad that under cold stone, sweltered venom sleeping god, boil thou first, I the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fetty snake in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and tail of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy mind go. At the raven salt sea shark, roots of hemlock digged in the dark. Liver of blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of yew.
father's lips. Finger up our strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drag. Make the gruel thick and slap. Add thereto a tiger's children for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pain, and all shall share in the game. And now about the cauldron sing, live elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the prickling of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret, black, and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name!
I conjure you by what you profess. How has you come to know it? Answer me!
Speak, demand! We'll answer. Say, if thou'st rather hear from our mouths or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see.
Poor and so's blood that hath eaten her 9 pharaoh. Grease this one from a murderous gibbet to throw into the flame. Come, high and low, thyself in office deftly show.
Come, tell me thy unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, 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 beware Macduff, beware thee Thane of Fife, dismiss me enough.
For thou art, for thy good caution thanks. Thou hast sharped my fear, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn. The power of a man, for none, of woman born, shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What I not need, fear of thee. Come, tell me that what rises in the issue of a king.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care. Who chase, who fret, and where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquish be, till great Birnam Wood, to high Dunsinane Hill, shall come against him.
That cannot be. Who can impress the forest, bend the tree, and remove its earthbound roots? Sweet embodiments could. But tell me this, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied, but deny me this, an eternal curse fall upon you!
Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art like the spirits of Banquo down. Thy crown doth smear mine eyeballs. For thy hair, the golden brow, is like the first. The third is like the formal. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth, stark eyes, horrible sight. Now I see, 'tis true, for the blood-boiled Banquo smiles upon me. And now, it comes it is. What? Is this so? What? Gone? Come, where art thou? I did hear the galloping of horses. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, to tell you news. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my lord.
Thou hast anticipated my dread exploits. The castle Macduff I will surprise. Seize the fight. Give edge, to the sword. His wife, his babes. All unfortunate souls that trace him and his lie will die.
Lady Macduff.
What had he done to make him fly the
You
land?
must have patience, madame.
He had done. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
No, whether it's his patience or his fear.
Wisdom, to leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants a natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds will fight, her young ones in her nest, against the owl.
Cruel the times, I take my leave of you.
Sirrah, your father's dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, so do they.
Poor bird, thou'st never fear the net nor lime, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds are not set for. My father is not dead, for all your sake.
Yes, he is dead, but how wilt thou do for a father?
How wilt thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell him again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet in faith with wit enough for thee.
Is my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must these all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then lies and swearers are fools, for the lies and swearers are now to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Now, God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If my father was dead, you'll weep for him. If he was not, it would be a sign I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Bless you, fair dame, I'm not to you known. Though in your shade of honor I'm perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you take a homely man's advice, be not found here hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks, I'm too savage. To do worse to you were fell cruelty. Your person is nigh, heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now, I'm in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable. To do good accounted as dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up my womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor!
Thou lies, thou shag-haired villain!
What, you egg?
No, no, Mother!
No!
He had killed me, Mother. Run away, I pray you.
Let us hold fast to the mortal sword like good men bestride our downfall and burden. Each new mourn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrow strike heaven on the face that it resounds as if felt with Scotland and yelled out like a syllable of dollar.
This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. But I am young. Something you may deserve of him through me, like the wisdom to offer up a poor, weak, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge.
Fare thee well, Lord. I will not be the tyrant that thou thinkst, for the whole space is in the tyrant's grasp.
Be not offended. I think our country sinks beneath its yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. And for all this, the day I shall tread upon that tyrant's sword, or wear it upon my sword, our country shall know more vices than it had before, by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean. In whom I know all the particulars of the vices so grafted that, when that shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come that devil more accursed and evil to Tom Macbeth.
I grant him bloody. There's no bottom, none to my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill the cisterns of my lust. And my desire, all continent impediments would overbear that which should oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
There will be willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
With this there grows in my most ill-composed affections such a staunchest avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's house, and my maw having be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust to Scotland, Scotland!
If such a man is fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not fit to live. Fare thee well, Lord. These things that thou brings upon me, myself, have banished me from Scotland. Oh, my heart, my hope bends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples. For even now I put myself to thine direction, unspeak mine own detraction. I met unknown to woman, never was forsworn. Scarce I have coveted what was mine own, at no time broke my faith. Will not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this: what I am truly is thine and my country's to command. Whether indeed before thy here approach, good seaward with 10,000 warlike men, already at a point was setting forth. Now we'll together, and our chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile. See, who comes here?
My countrymen, good God, betimes remove the means which makes us strangers.
Stand Scotland where it did?
Alas, poor country, almost afraid know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where good men's lives expire for the flower in their caps.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seawood and 10,000 warlike men. An older and better soldier none than Christendom gives out.
Would I could answer, the comfort with the like.
What concern they?
No mind that's honest, so the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep enough from me. Let me have it.
Your castle surprised, wife and babe savagely slaughtered.
My children too?
Wife, babes, slaves, all that could be found.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
Oh, my pretty ones. Did you say all?
Dispute it like a man.
I will do so. Oh, gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Bring the south fiend of Scotland and myself within a sword's length, set him.
This tune goes manly. Come, go into the king. Our power is ready.
I have 2 nights to watch with you, but I can receive no truth from your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, take forth a piece of paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed, yet all this while her most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefits of sleep and do the effects of walking. What, at any time besides her walking and actual performances, have you heard her say?
That service I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither do you nor anyone else, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it's by her. She has by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
Look, what is it he does now? Why does she rub her hands?
It is the custom action with her to seem thus as washing her hands. I've known her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot!
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what she says to satisfy my remembrance more strongly.
Out, damn spot, out, I say! 1, 2, why then 'tis time to do it! Hell is murky, fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and afeard. Who needs we fears that knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who'd have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? Oh, will his hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all this with starting.
Go to, go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoken what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Yet here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia could ne'er sweeten this little hand. Oh, wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come up upon the grave. To bed, to bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Oh, to bed, to bed.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep and yet died wholly in their beds. Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do bring unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. More she needs divine than the physician. God forgive us all. My mind she has made it, and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
Bring me no reports. Let them fly. To Burnham would come to Dunsinane. I will not taint with fear. Bring me my armor.
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Scour the horses. Search the country ground. Hang those who talk of fear. Bring me my armor. I will not be afraid of death and bane. To Burnham force come to Dunsinane.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bow and bear before him, so we may shatter the number of our host and make discovery air and report of us.
It shall be done.
Our castle strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Let them lie, till famine and ague eat them up. What was that noise?
It's the cry of a woman, my good lord.
The time has been that when my senses would cool, to hear a night shriek, and the fell of my hair, at the dismal treaties rouse and stir, as if life were in it. I have supped, full with horrors, direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, once cannot start me. I come to use that story, that tongue quickly.
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died here hereafter. There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in the petty place from day to day, the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Wherefore was that cry?
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham, and anon, methought the wood began to move.
Iron slave!
Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
I begin to doubt the equivocation of a fiend that lies like truth. Fear not! So Burnham would come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes to Dunsinane. Ring the alarm bells, arm and out! I will fight thee and show no remorse. They have tied me to a stake, and I cannot fly, but bear like I fight through the course. Was it he that was not born of woman? Such as a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's MacBeth.
The devil himself cannot pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, no more fearful.
Thou liest, aboard tyrant. With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
How was a woman born? My sword I laugh at, the weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by man, that was of woman born.
That way the noise is. Tyrant, show thy face! If thou be slain and with no stroke of mine, my wife and my children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike against these wretched kerns, whose arms are high to bear their staves. Either thou, MacBeth, or my sword with unbattered edge, I sheath again undeeded. There thou shouldst be. By this great clamor, one of greatest note. Oh, fortune, let me find him, and more I beg not.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die? On my own sword, why says I live. Their gashes do look better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Thou losest thy labor, and easy mates with the entrenched air. With my keen sword and presence make me bleed. Ah, bear a charmed life, and I will not yield to that of woman born.
Dispel thy charm, and let the angel whom thou hast served tell thee, MacBeth was of his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so! I will not fight thee!
Then yield thee, coward!
I will not yield! To kiss the ground with young Malcolm's feet and be baited by the rabble's curse! And though Burnham would come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born, I will try the last Leon MacDuff, and damned be him who first cries, hold enough!
I would our friends we missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet, by these I see, so great a day as is chiefly bought.
MacDuff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt.
Then he is dead.
Aye.
Why then, God's soldiers be he. If I had many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish him to a fairer death.
Hail, King, for so thou art. See, there stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. All hail. All hail, King of Scotland.
My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which will be planted newly with time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, took off her own life by self and violent hands. This and what needful else calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all and to each one, whom we invite to see us, crowned at Scone.
This is real.
I know it is. Don't stab me with that. So, good job, guys. Thank you all for coming and supporting this class. Thank you, Wally. My bad. All right, so I do have some thank yous to hand out. I don't know what to these guys. Thank you so much, guys. You did a great job. Good job. Some thank yous for people who really helped out. Mark Rules, who's having my lights down a lot. He's not here, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. some pictures. We usually have, oh, it's time.
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you, and we all love you so much. And it has been a pleasure knowing you since 9th grade, and you've been just like helping me and helping all of us, and I couldn't have done this without you. So this is from school and it's from the students.
Thank you.
So